Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're looking at Dark Masters / UltimateChaosmon. We're going to start with a little bit of an oopsie because I hit level sort on this deck profile, and we are running Mother D as our egg, but it shuffles it down because it doesn't have a level. So you're just going to have to trust me. We have Mother D as our egg. It is a white egg, and it is something that we can just kind of get rid of, and it gives us a white color for some stuff later. So that is going to be our egg of choice, and it is quite nice. So just pretend that that was there at the beginning, and that you know about it. I don't want to scroll down and spoil things, so there are no level 3s or 4s in this deck. We are starting straight off with level 5s. We have 4 copies of the BT15 Gigadramon. So on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon cards among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of your deck. So it's going to be an on-play searcher for level 6 or higher cards, which is super good in this deck. And then end of your turn, you can delete one of your Digimon to play a Digimon with the Dark Master's trait from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area without paying the cost. So we are running Mother D because you put Mother D in breeding, and then when you promote it, if you have a Gigadramon on board, you can pop that Mother D to put a level 6 in breeding. So that is kind of the point. Then we are running 4 copies of the EX5 Etemon. It has on play when digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k and gains start of main phase this Digimon attacks. The inheritable says opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you can reveal top 3 of your deck. You can play a black or yellow Digimon card with play cost 3 or less. That is never going to happen, so we don't care about that. The reason this is really nice is we run a lot of Blast Ace in this deck. So this is something that allows us to look at our opponent's stack, say, do I like that? And do I need to deal with that? You hard play this card, you're going to give it minus 3k and force them to attack. You go into a Blast Ace and you deal with it. So it's a really powerful tool to force your opponent to put themselves in a worse situation. So 4 copies of this card I feel like works fantastically for me. 4 copies of the BT15 Cherrymon. It's going to do the same thing as Gigadramon, but the inheritable is piercing. And then 4 copies of LadyDevimon, same thing as the other 2, with a retaliate inheritable instead. Then I'm running 4 copies of BT12 Wisemon. On play, when digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a purple or black Digimon card among them to your hand, place the rest at the top or bottom of your deck in any order, with a blocker inheritable. The reason I really like this card is twofold. One, that blocker inheritable feels really nice under our Blast Aces. Not all of our Blast Aces have blocker, not all of them deal with the immediate attack that's coming, and a blocker inheritable can actually be really clutch for dealing with that. The second point is that on play, grabbing a black or purple Digimon card, all of our level 5 so far have an ability to grab us level 6 or higher, but our level 5s are the engine that puts more pieces in our hand, and we don't have a way to grab those level 5s. So this card is going to let us grab our Gigadramons, our LadyDevimons, and more Wisemons, so that we can actually keep playing level 6s. It'll also grab us our Etemons, but that's kind of like a toolboxy card, so we're not specifically looking for it most of the time. Then we move to our level 6s. There's a lot of them. So we have 4 copies of Machinedramon. On play, when attacking, de-digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn, this Digimon can only digivolve into a white Digimon, and then end of opponent's turn, you delete this Digimon. Then you may play 1 Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait other than Machinedramon from your hand without paying the cost, with a reboot inheritable. So the point is that you're going to get this in breeding with your level 6, or digivolve into it if you have to, and then when you promote it, you're going to swing, you're going to do your de-digivolve 2, which is really strong, and then end of opponent's turn, you're going to pop this, and you're going to play another Dark Master. You're going to trigger that Dark Master's on play, and you're going to do more shenanigans. So you're trying to keep your opponent's board controlled once you've paid the 6 cost for your level 5 on that first turn. Then we're going to go 2 copies of Vikemon ACE. It is a Blast Evo. On play, when digivolving, de-digivolve 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Then none of their Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards can suspend until the end of their turn. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards. I mean, it's just a great answer for several board states. I quite like it. I think it makes people think twice about swinging much more than they should have to in this deck, because it is just a 2 of, and you know, you're not always going to see it. But de-digivolve is definitely one of my favorite control mechanics. You just kind of stop people in their tracks. And not being able to suspend is a great effect for any wideboard shenanigans going on, basically. So 2 copies of this card I feel like is sufficient. 3 copies of BT15 Puppetmon. It's on play when attacking. It's going to return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck, and it has a piercing inheritable rather than the reboot on Machinedramon. 2 copies of the MegaGargomon ACE. It has blocker reboot. It's going to suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then 2 of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend or digivolve, and then when digivolving out of attack, you can unsuspend. This is definitely probably my favorite Blast Ace in the deck. Being able to get 2 checks in feels really good. The blocker reboot is really nice as well. it's just going to stop the check that's coming in and then suspend down other parts of their board and stop them from using those cards as well by preventing them from unsuspending. It's just kind of, I think it might be the best Blast Ace in the game. Well, maybe not anymore. At one point it probably was. Valkyrymon might be up there, but this is definitely one of the best, and it feels the best in this deck. Then I am on 2 copies of Ebonwumon ACE. Because we have the Wisemon and we do have the LadyDevimon that we need to be able to blast on top of, Ebonwumon is kind of all we've got. So on play when Digivolving, for each of your Digimon with Deva or 4 Sovereigns, which is just going to be this one, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then during your opponent's next unsuspend phase, all of their Digimon can't unsuspend. And then on deletion, you're going to pop in a suspended Digimon. So ideally, you would Blast Ace into this at the end of their attack, so all of their Digimon are suspended, so that they can't unsuspend with any of them. Or their second to last attack, so you can suspend their last Digimon that's not attacked yet. But it can do work in the right situations, so 2 copies is fine. Then we're going to run 4 copies of Piedmon from BT15. On play, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon, and then your turn, this Digimon can only Digivolve into white Digimon, same as the other Dark Masters, and same end of opponent's turn effect. It just has Retaliate. So you're going to hopefully get something suspended down with that Ebonwumon, and then you're going to be able to plop down the Piedmon and get something removed. So 4 copies of that feels great. 1 copy of Apocalymon because it's restricted to 1. If you don't know what this card does, when this card would be played, you can place up to 3 Dark Master traded cards with different names from your battle area or trash underneath it to reduce it by 4 for each one. So you can reduce it by 12 and play the Apocalymon for 3. Or you can Digivolve into it for 6. And then end of your turn, by placing a level 6 or lower card from your trash as its bottom Digivolution card, activate 1 on-play effect on a card that has an effect of this Digimon. Then trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards. So you should just be cycling through your level 6s, popping them to play more level 6s, putting them in trash, and then eventually the goal is for Apocalymon to come down, tuck some sources underneath, and do his thing. So 1 copy, because we can only have 1. Omnimon Zwart from BT5. Finally, we have a deck that he feels great in, and it's not like a win harder card. This actually serves as an excellent way for you to just win in general. Like, he's not a win harder card. He is kind of just borderline a win con. So when Digivolving, you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then you play 2 black or purple Digimon cards with play cost of 8 or less from your trash without paying their memory costs. And then when attacking, you return a level 6 card in this Digimon's Digivolution card to its owner's hand to delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a play cost of 12 or less. So because level 5s are the bread and butter of this deck, so that we can do our level 6 shenanigans, Digivolving into this is just going to give you 2 level 5s back. And then you're either going to be able to pop something on the board with the Etemon into Blast Ace play. You're going to be set up to get more level 6s on board. Ideally, you probably only want 1 on the board so that you're not losing opportunities to hatch and breeding. And then you could also get a Wisemon to find more level 5s if you wanted to. So the Zwart kind of allows our engine to breathe a little bit, put more cards into play and in our hand. So I really feel like the 4 of is fantastic in this deck. I don't know how I'd feel about going less. I know the top end feels a little heavy, and the deck looks bricky because it's a zoo deck, basically, but I feel like the 4 is warranted. Then we're going 4 copies of the new UltimateChaosmon. So this is going to DNA with either a black or yellow level 6 and a green or purple level 6 for 0. It has partition with those 2 level 6s. And when Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, you can place up to 2 level 6 cards from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Then for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, this Digimon with 4 or more level 6 Digivolution cards gains security attack +3 and piercing. So he is kind of a heck of a boss monster. If he hits the board, he's going to remove lots of things, and you're going to swing in for lots of checks. He's tons of fun. We have lots of ways. Well, I guess not lots of ways, but we have a good way to get this on the card with the new MegaGargomon assembly, which we're running 4 of. So cost 4, and when your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main one of your level 6 Digimon and 1 card in the hand may DNA Digivolve into a level 7 Digivolution card in the hand. So the nice thing is with this Mother D Reaper, we do actually have the white requirement. If the opponent does not have a level 6 or higher Digimon, Mother D comes in, and I mean, you can just play the card. And then as long as you have a level 6 on board, you're going to DNA into this UltimateChaosmon, basically guaranteed. And if you have 1 level 6 in trash, well, I guess you want 2 level 6s in trash, which is not hard in this deck. I mean, it happens. You're going to become really big and a really big problem. So that is it for the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you can fit analog youths in here, if you can tweak your ratios to something you like a little bit better, I think that would be a great addition to this deck as well. Just wanted to put that in there too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.